Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Pitambar Malik. Today, I will present the recycling process topic with my friend Kushal Das. Next, first of all, we will look at the index. We will see under the index number, 1 point is concept, number 2 is biogeochemical cycle example, oxygen, CO2, nitrogen to maintain balance between biotic and abiotic components. Number 3 is benefit. Number 4, pollution control. Number 5, which materials to be recycled. Number 6, different processes for recycling. Number 7, how much this process is cost effective. Number 8, how much the recycled products can be distinguished in commercial markets. Number 9, how recycle process is generating employment. And number 10 is conclusion. Next slide. First, we will look at the concept. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. The recovery of energy from waste materials is often included in this concept. The recyclability of a material depends on its ability to reacquire the properties it had in its original state. It is an alternative to conventional waste disposal that can save material and help lower greenhouse gas emissions. Recycling can prevent the waste of potentially useful materials and reduce the consumption of fresh raw materials, thereby reducing energy usage, air pollution, and water pollution from landfilling. Recycling is a key component of modern waste reduction and is the third component of the reduce, reuse, and recycle waste hierarchy. Thus, recycling aims at environmental sustainability by substituting raw material inputs and into and redirecting waste outputs out of the economic system. Recyclable materials include many kinds of glass, paper, cardboard, metal, plastic, tires, textiles, batteries, and electronics. The composting or other reuse of biodegradable waste, such as food or garden waste, is also a form of recycling. Materials to be recycled and either delivered to a household recycling center or picked up from herbicide bins, then sorted, cleaned, and reprocessed into new materials destined for manufacturing new products. Next slide. We see next biogeochemical cycles. Example, oxygen, CO2, nitrogen, to maintain balance between biotic and abiotic components. What is biogeochemical cycle? Biogeochemical cycles mainly refer to the movement of nutrients and other elements between biotic and abiotic factors. The term biogeochemical is derived from bio meaning biosphere, geo meaning the geological components, and chemical meaning the elements that move through a cycle. Biogeochemical cycles are basically divided into two types. Number A, gaseous type. Number B, sedimentary type. In gaseous type, in this type of biogeochemical cycles, the atmosphere constitutes the major reservoir of the element that exists therein gaseous phase. Such cycles show little or no permanent change in the distribution and abundance of the element. Example, the carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen cycles are good examples of biogeochemical cycles with a prominent gaseous phase. Number B হচ্ছে sedimentary type. In the sedimentary type of cycle, major reservoir is the lithosphere from which the elements are released by weathering. Example, phosphorus, sulfur, and iodine cycles. In these cycles, a little portion of the supply may get lost, as in the deep ocean sediments, and thereby becomes inaccessible to organisms and to continual cycling. Next slide. Benefits of recycling. Recycling helps to reduce the chemicals and greenhouse gases that are released by waste in landfills. It helps to reduce the pollution caused by waste. Recycling reduces the need for raw materials so that the rainforests and other forests can be better preserved. Huge amounts of energy are used when making products using raw materials. Reduces the size of landfill sites. It can help the economy. The manufacturing of products from raw materials is expensive. Using recycled materials is much cheaper. Recycling is a 200 billion industry in the United States. It generates 7 to 10 more jobs than landfills. By recycling, we can significantly reduce the use of fossil fuel energy as well as CO2 emissions. It conserves fresh water up to 95% in the mining and manufacturing of raw materials. Next slide. Why is recycling important to future generations? Natural resources are being depleted and landfills are being filled at an increasing rate. Our current system of production, consumption, and disposal has become unsustainable. It is imperative for everyone, from individuals to large organizations, to rethink our ideas and our relationship to trash disposal. By reducing the amount of trash produced and reusing existing materials, we can all make a difference by protecting the environment, conserving natural resources, and sustaining the planet for future generations. Next slide. Recycling reduces the pollution. According to the University of Central Oklahoma, when manufacturers use recycled paper, they cut air pollution by 73% and water pollution by 35%. Recycled steel reduces 97% of the mining waste produced through manufacture of virgin resources and cuts back 86% of air pollution and 76% on water pollution. Using recycled glass decreased mining waste by 80% and air polluting by 20%. Recycling reduces pollution by cutting down on the amount of waste that sits in landfills and clutter that dirty streets, parks, roadsides, rivers, and lakes. Solid waste material that ends up in the landfills causes air pollution in the form of methane gas emissions. Recycling more waste reduces the amount of methane that escapes into the air. Recycling reduces the air pollution caused by with burning fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas, and oil, which contributes to the largest amount of energy generated. Next. Which type of materials are to be recycled? Number one is waste paper and cardboard. Number two, plastic recycling. Number three, metal recycling. Number four, wood recycling. Number five, glass recycling. Number six, clothing and textile. And number seven, bricks and inert waste recycling. In plastic recycling, there is an overabundance of waste plastic. Household plastic waste can also be recycled to obtain artificial lightweight aggregate for mortar. Plastic reduces the possibilities of cracking. We see wood recycling. Recycled wood has the advantage of a lower moisture content, that is about 20% as compared to virgin wood, about 60% to 70%. This means that for the same weight of wood purchased, recycled wood has potential as a good biofuel. In glass recycling, 1 ton of recycled waste glass corresponds to savings in energy equivalent to 125 liters of fuel oil and 1.2 tons of raw materials. Recycling of glass reduces non-biodegradable glass out of landfills. In USA, an experiment was conducted on metal-free glass constituents separated from municipal incinerator residue. This glass was used to produce brick as a major component of a lightweight aggregate used in structural concrete. Next, we see bricks and inert recycling. Broken and discarded brick can be used as construction, infill, or as aggregate for non-structural concrete. Crushed brick and roofing tiles are of the bulk of demolition waste, which were earlier being dumped in landfills. But now they can be recycled into mortar, plaster, and building blocks. Okay. So rest of the part will continue Kushal Das.
Good afternoon, all of you. In this slide, I will discuss about different process for recycling. The first process is collection. In the first step of recyclable material are collected. And this processing of the material are sent to material recovery facility to be stored and processed into materials that can be used in manufacturing. And the third step is manufacturing. In this step, more and more of food stuff are being recycled. You probably already recycled content and just don't know. Common household items that contain recycled material include rubber, newspaper, paper.
Continue, Kushal, continue.
And the fourth step is purchasing recycled content product. Screen sharing off. Here is the flowchart of different process for recycling.
Okay.
This slide is about how the recycling process is cost effective. The recycling steel and tin can save 60 to 74%, recycling paper save about 6%, and recycling plastic and glass saves about more energy compared to making those products from raw materials. In many cases of recycling, there is a financial benefit. There is a reason people save the paper and save.
How the process is cost effective. Recycling steel with tin can save 60 to 70% recycling. Recycling paper saved about 60% and recycling plastic and glass saves about 1/3 of energy compared to making those products from raw materials. In many cases of recycling, there is a financial benefit. There is a reason people say to save the paper and save the trees. Recycling is cost effective as long as it is done thoughtfully. It takes less energy to make new aluminum cans from recycled aluminum ingots than to refine aluminum from the bauxite ore it comes from. Next slide. Commercialization of recycled products. An effective manufacturing recycling solution should create a process from waste creation to waste disposal and minimize waste at source. Majority of today's products are being manufactured with recycled content. Some of common products that can be made with recycled content like aluminum cans, comic books, glass containers, egg cartons, etc. And some common household products like newspaper, steel cans, soft drink containers, etc. Recycling has more than just environmental benefits for the business, as it can also help you to cut down on any landfill taxes you have to pay. In fact, recycling is not just a process of recovering recyclable material, it's a total economic system. Some of items that we buy which are made from recycled contents are aluminum can, car, parts, nails, paper towels, etc. Next slide. Other benefits of recycling. Recycling not only saves energy and reduces landfill waste, the recycling industry creates jobs and helps our local economy. The study More Jobs, Less Pollution shows that a 75% national recycling rate would create nearly 2.3 million jobs while reducing pollution by 2030. Next slide. How recycle process generating employment. US recycling rate of 75% by 2030 would create 1.1 million new jobs. Recycling and reuse create at least 9 times more jobs than landfills and incinerators, and as many as 30 times more jobs. According to the US Recycling Economic Information Study, the US recycling industry employed 1.25 million people, whereas the US solid waste management industry employed only 0.25 million. Next. Conclusions. Recycling waste saves over the 30% of energy in the production of new packaging or materials. Recycling 1000 kg of paper saves 12 trees from being filled. Recycling reduces water consumption and pollution. And above all, if we recycle waste, not only will we obtain direct benefits, but also indirect ones. That is, we will avoid the inconveniences caused by landfills and incinerators. Next. And here is the reference. And next. Thank you.